In Player Unknown's Battlegrounds, the decisions you make even before your feet hit the ground will ultimately determine your success or lack thereof. In this video, I share the 5 best places to land in Player Unknown's Battlegrounds. I'll throw in a few bonus items for you, and even better, I'll share the strategies and tactics to ensure that you make it out alive and enjoy that chicken dinner. Now, finding great loot really begins the second you find yourself inside the plane. Now, as you get underway, you want to keep your eyes peeled on the mini-map. As soon as you see the plane and yourself come into flight, then you want to draw out the path of the flight, giving you the ability to identify where most players are going to be in that match over the first few minutes. Now, typically players gravitate towards the center of the map, and most players are not going to travel more than 1 square of the map grid. I love this location. Bam, there goes the waypoint. And what I'm doing is actually going to the outskirts of the island, which means I'm probably going to have to outrun the circle, but I'm also going to be further away from the majority of the players. Now, this is a great location to drop into because of vehicle spawns. You're right at the coast. There are always a few boats around on either the right or left side. Notice the parachuter coming in by the water. There's actually another parachuter to the right, and there's one almost out of sight. Normally, I would drop in and go straight to those warehouses, but here's what's up. The very best weapon is not an AK, it's not a car. It's taking the time to strategize and play out your hand. You don't want to play someone else's hand. You want players to come to you. So I sneak in the diner, I come in the back way. Instantly, notice I'm crouching. The sound of my feet is dampened. It's a lot harder to hear me. I've got all I need. I've got the shoddy. And now let's let this play out. Close the doors. So I hear him creeping around, and this location isn't very good. He opens the door, he sees me. I got a window over to the left, so what do? Camping exercise number 47. Always get on your knees and hide. And that's what I do. He comes in, doesn't see me, I miss, and I get the second shot, bam. Shut the door, because this is my little house, and begin to loot. Thank you for the ACOG, and the meds, and all the good stuff, including a Car 98, some ammunition, a helmet. Okay, loot location number 2, Milta Power Warehouse. This is another outskirt location, and it offers fantastic loot, and not a lot of people go there. Again, it's really based on not going to a specific area, but rather being aware of the flight path and positioning yourself in an area that isn't going to be highly populated in the first few seconds. And right at the second, I deviate. Sneaky bastard is entering the front door. I deviate. Now I get tripped up, and this is what happens. Like, things go bad, and bam. I'm down to like 15% health. I do what I can. And I'm not going to run straight towards the player. No, I'm going to set up, and I'm going to try to get a read on what's happening. So I crouch, I hide, and he's literally right in front of me. It's hard to see him, but I bide my time. I'm watching his movements. I can't do a lot. He goes to the right, and I see a UMP, some ammo. I retreat, I reload, and these barrels become my friend. And from here, he's got to attack me through the door in front of me or the door behind me. So I'm kind of watching, and I hear his footsteps. I come around the corner, and holy smokes, did I get lucky. The very best loot in the game is not based on a specific location, because that does not exist. The very best loot available is based on getting to a location that very few players have gotten to before you, or accessing it alone. Don't try this at home, kids. Now this is another great example. These yellow houses, you hear that these are terrible. You're going to end up with a shotgun. It's not going to carry you far into the late game. But here's what's up. If nobody's been here, well, statistically speaking, you've got a great shot. I just grabbed a SCAR. I've got a couple packs of 5.6. In fact, in just seconds, I'm able to locate a level 3 vest. This is how to loot in PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. So here are some additional awesome places to loot. Lipokova. Again, we've got warehouses, really a great place. Another one is absolutely the warehouses at Georgia Pool. Once again, the warehouses, and it's on the outskirts. Now here's what you don't want to do. You don't go to Georgia Pool to these warehouses when the plane flies directly over it, because you're going to be dropping with 25 other players, and statistically your chance of surviving drops considerably. If you play to win, then focus on strategy as well as skill, and you will go far. And lastly, number 5 is absolutely the prison. It's a great place to go when most players aren't. Now, there are 3 critical elements to making this work. Number 1 is vehicles. Number 2 is having an escape plan. And lastly is parachuting, understanding how to go farther, how to really leverage the mechanics. And I have a great guide on PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds and parachuting. Just click on that video to check that out. If you enjoyed this video, well, consider subscribing, and I'll see you next time.